Welcome to my YouTube channel, World of Silent Stories, where we bring you stories that reflect the true essence of life. Today's story is about a poor man's triumph of justice against a powerful and ruthless man in court. The story: Victory of Justice. Alberto was a poor laborer living in a small village in Spain. He worked day and night to provide for his wife and children. Life was simple for him until one day, an incident changed everything. In his village, a wealthy and influential landlord, Roberto Fernandez, was notorious for illegally seizing land. One day, he forcefully took over the small piece of land in front of Alberto's house and began constructing a wall for his estate. Alberto pleaded with him, saying it was the only place where his children could play. But Roberto arrogantly replied, "This land is mine now. If you resist, you'll regret it." Alberto had no other choice but to seek justice in a French court. The villagers believed that only the rich had a voice in court, but Alberto still hoped that someone would listen to his plea. In court, Roberto Fernandez's lawyer tried his best to discredit Alberto. He argued, "My client is a respected man, while this poor fellow is just making up stories for sympathy." Roberto, confident in his wealth and connections, was sure he would win the case. But the judge, Abdul Hamid bin Yusuf, was a righteous and honest Muslim. He carefully examined all the evidence and gently asked Alberto, "Do you have any proof that this land belongs to you?" Alberto pulled out an old document signed by his father, proving that the land had been in his family for generations. The judge reviewed the papers and then, in a firm tone, looked at Roberto and declared, "The law is equal for all. No one can use power and wealth to rob the rights of the poor. Remember, justice is not only a principle of Islam, but a fundamental value in every religion. All the prophets, whether it was Moses, Jesus, or Muhammad, peace be upon them all, taught us to uphold fairness and justice. I will not be swayed by influence or wealth. I will only uphold justice." Roberto's face turned pale upon hearing this. The judge ruled that the land must be returned to Alberto and imposed a heavy fine on Roberto for his unlawful attempt to seize the property. Outside the court, tears of joy filled Alberto's eyes. The villagers were astonished that a poor man had defeated a powerful tyrant in the name of justice. But Alberto knew that when one stands with truth, justice always prevails. This was today's story from World of Silent Stories, where we share stories that touch the heart. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for more inspiring tales.